So I'm gonna start off with my attention getter. For my attention getter, I was gonna ask the class um, how many of them own a pet, but there's no class to ask that. And then I was gonna ask them how many of them adopted their pet. There's no class to ask that, because usually I was expecting less people to raise their hand when I asked them how many of them adopted their pet. So that's why I was gonna ask those two questions. And then I was gonna say, in our presentation, we're gonna talk about why you should adopt a pet and where you can adopt a pet, and what are the benefits of adopting a pet. Okay, now I'm gonna talk of my two slides. On my first slide, it's what is the cause of the problem. So there are many causes to this problem. One of them is people prefer specific breeds. For example, when people want to buy a new dog, they always want to get like a German Shepherd or like a Golden Retriever, because those are always regarded as like the best breeds. You know, those are ones that families always want. And for the second problem, people want to get exactly what they want. When they go to a pet store, they're always looking for like what they want. They never take like other dogs or cats into consideration. They always they never want like a pit bull, for example. And then nobody wants a pound dog or cat. This is a problem because people think of them as that they're like dirty or like wild animals, but in reality they're not. Or they think that you won't be able to train them, but those animals are actually have the most love to give. And then when people want to buy a new pet, they never take adoption into consideration. This is the biggest problem out of all of them, because adoption should be your first option instead of like buying one from the store, because there's more benefits to adoption than there is to buying them from the store. The adoption pets should be more of a priority than the ones at stores, because they're the ones that need a home more than the other ones. Okay, so now for my second slide, it's who's affected and what are the consequences. Okay, so for the who's affected, obviously that the dogs and cats and all the animals that are left in adoption centers, those are the ones that are affected, because they don't get to live normal lives. They're stuck in adoption centers, and that's very bad for them. And then for what are the consequences? So there's a lot of consequences to this, but one of the consequences is animals live in cages for their lives instead of living a normal life in a house where they could play in a backyard or front yard, go for walks, live with the family. Instead, they're stuck in a cage, which isn't really fun, because those cages could be dirty sometimes, or like very crowded for them. In a normal house, they'll have the room to play, and they'll be able to live normal lives. And then also, they don't get the love that they should be getting. In adoption centers, yeah, the people that work there, they'll take good care of them and all that, but it's not the same as living in a normal household, because a family or like a couple or even just a single person will give them the love that they need. And then also, those pets can get depression from being in adoption centers, so it's always better to adopt them.